Home Alone is an iconic holiday movie franchise. The first and second movie are pretty much loved by everybody and considered to be almost perfect, especially by a guy like me. I don't remember much about the third movie because I'd only seen it on an airplane ride, but I remember it being fine for what it was. I think it was a standalone plot that had nothing to do with the first two movies. And now I got to watch the fourth movie for the very first time. And, I didn't hear good things about it. I heard people saying that this movie is kind of bad. And I'm here to tell you that you read the title. This is an embarrassing movie to watch. And it only gets worse the longer that it gets on. Now, is it the worst thing I ever watched? Nah, I've seen some atrocious things out there. But let me just tell you that curiosity is said to kill the cat. And this kitty got ran over by a semi-truck. So, without further ado, let's get into the movie review of Home Alone 4.
Taking back the house.
Here they come. Hello, Marv.
Kevin's back.
Kevin? Kevin?
In the biggest adventure of the year.
Awesome.
So this movie basically opens up with the main family you see, and you see that Kevin McAllister is the main character. So that led me to believe that this was actually a reboot because all the family members have the same names as the characters from the first two movies. You have the mother, you have the siblings, you have obviously the main character, Kevin McAllister, but they're all different same characters, but all different cast members. They're much, much younger than what you'd expect them to be. So I figured that, okay, they're doing a reboot here. And I'm not going to lie to you, the main character, the main boy who's playing Kevin McAllister, he looks like he's got a cartoon filter on the whole time. Now, that's not to trash on Bro's appearance, but he's got really animated looking eyes. I know that's how he looks, but you'll see it throughout the movie, bro. Bro looks like he got a cartoon Snapchat filter on, and it only looks crazier off of the cover of the movie, which you see in my thumbnail. So you see that Kevin's having a hard time at home. His siblings are often bullying him. The brother is a real douche to him. He smashes trash can lids on him, trips him. The sister is also a brat when it comes to Kevin. And the mother doesn't really care. She knows that the older siblings pick on Kevin and just sort of let it happen. And you find out that Kevin's mom and dad are actually divorced. And their divorce case is basically getting settled soon. It's been 8 months since they basically came up with the case. And the father has found himself a new lady that he plans on engaging and marrying to, named Natalie. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bruh, he caught himself a sugar mama because she is rich, bruh, and she fine as hell. Now, I can't hate on bro, man. The fact that he bagged that, look at some of the scenes in the movie, bruh.
Kevin, are you awake?
I can't hate on bro. Listen, man, game is a game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. He snagged himself a good one. Now, of course, you might be a little shallow, but hey, man, you don't got to worry about paying the bill. She going to hook you up and she going to buy you some Louis Vuitton. Although I'm not going to lie, there are a lot of oddly sexual scenes throughout the movie. For a kid's movie, that dude was definitely getting it in. Also, the dad, for some reason, sounds like a Gotham goon from a Batman Arkham Knight game. Just hear the man's voice, bruh. He straight up sounds like an Arkham Knight Gotham goon, bruh.
Say we just forget about today and start over, huh?
You mean it?
Yeah. You know, Natalie's really a great person. You just gotta get to know her better.
So Kevin basically gets offered by his father to come spend the holidays with him and Natalie, and he extends that offer to the rest of the kids as well. They all initially decline, but after Kevin starts experiencing how much of a pain his siblings are, seeing that his mother's not really doing anything, he decides, you know what, I'm really upset that dad left us. My situation at home is not that good, so I'm going to end up taking up the offer and going with dad. And he ends up taking his piggy bank and getting a taxi with the change. I don't know how that works, but he did it, so shout out to him. The mother also doesn't really care because she gets on a phone call after she realizes that her son basically ran away. And she doesn't really care that much. She gets into contact with the father. The father says, oh yeah, he's at our crib. And she's like, oh, okay, that's good to hear. Bro, you just lost your kid, bro. Your kid just ran away from home. You don't even know how he got to the father's crib. So why are you acting all that basically nonchalant about it? I don't know. I don't know why she didn't care, why it's so nonchalant, but it is what it is. When Kevin finally gets to the father and Natalie's house, it is a mansion. And again, you find out that Natalie is extremely rich. She may or may not have some connections to a royal family line from Europe. I don't know if she's part of the family or if they're her friends. I think it might just be her friends. And she's got a lot of rich friends. She throws a lot of extravagant parties. She's got a lot of deep connections. Even the father is an established publicist, I believe. And this is a very luxurious mansion. And you find out that it's a smart house. Yes, a smart house. Yeah, like the Disney Channel original movie Smart House. It is a house with its own AI system that can just do whatever it wants to do. So it literally acts and runs exactly like a DCOM smart house, which kind of made me throw up some red flags because it made me believe, okay, if this is a smart house, does that mean that the traps are not going to be thoughtfully made? Are they just going to be paced off the house? And I was right. Obviously now Kevin is head over heels. He's got all these different riches, a bunch of different toys he can play with, a smart house that gives him basically whatever he wants. There's also a butler named Prescott and also this foreign maid who's basically helping around the house. She cleans, but at the same time, the house is said to clean itself. It's got its own vacuum system and can take care of itself. So what are they paying the maid for? She really getting paid to do nothing, bruh. And then you get introduced to the main villains. And the main villains are Marv and Vera. And Marv, obviously, is the name of Marv from Home Alone 1 and 2, the tall guy. But Marv here is dressed up as Harry. Yes, Harry, Joe Pesci Harry. Same type of bootleg, great value, Joe Pesci accent going on here. Same type of looks. So yeah, he's dressed up and meant to be Harry, acts like Harry, but his name is Marv. Extremely strange for a reboot. Then you have Vera. Vera is apparently who Marv had married, so this is his partner in crime. And she has a Harley Quinn voice thing going on, so I guess it's Harry with the name of Marv and Harley Quinn bootleg great value shit going. I don't know. It's a mess, but it is a reboot, so I let it slide. I was like, all right, cool. You know, everybody's getting established. You see that basically Marv and Vera are scoping out the house and that Marv actually then says that, you know, my robbing days are over. We're not going to be robbing this place. But he plans on kidnapping a royal prince that's going to be coming in because apparently at Natalie's house, this mansion, the smart house, every Christmas she invites over the royal family from Europe, her friends, to come for Christmas. So I think Marv and Vera are going to try to kidnap the prince and maybe use him for ransom to try to get something out of it. It's not explained why they're doing it, but just that they want to do it. So that's essentially all you have to work off of. Then you get to the point where basically Kevin is basically confronted with the thugs, with Vera and Marv. There's this ridiculous scene where basically he attacks them in the bathroom, sets off all the shower pistons and floods the bathtub. And next thing you know, there's like a tsunami wave of water that goes throughout the entire bathroom, floods it. These two start drowning for some reason as if they're like in a river. And then next thing you know, it starts busting through doors. It starts flooding the entire house. A lot of damage control that needs to be needed. And of course, Kevin gets out of there, gets towards the main entrance, tries to phone in the butler Prescott, but the butler's not responding in time. And then eventually, the two criminals, Marv and Vera, end up getting shot down the stairs with the water pressure. And then you see that Marv sees Kevin. And Marv says, basically, long time no see, Kevin. He basically says that this is not his first encounter with Kevin. And I actually forgot to mention that Kevin had seen Marv and Vera basically coming in through the main entrance when Natalie and his dad were not home. And he had said like, oh shoot, it's Marv, he's back again. I thought this was a effing reboot, bruh. I thought this shit was a reboot. It's a sequel to the first and second movie. Bro. You got a whole different cast of younger kids that don't look nothing like the original cast. You leaving out a bunch of different characters. Bro, The dude is Harry. Literally sounds like a great value bootleg Joe Pesci. You could never be Joe Pesci, bro. Ever, bro. But his name is Marv. This is supposed to be a direct sequel to the first and second movie. What were y'all smoking, bruh? What in the crack pipe were y'all smoking, bruh? I was giving it credit because I was like, all right, it's a reboot. They're just going to freestyle and do whatever. No, they're trying to play this off as an actual sequel. And of course, the plot keeps going from there. You gotta believe me. More antics with Marv and Vera. There might be an inside person with this family that might be working for the two, potentially letting them get away with a bunch of stuff because Marv came in with the remote that lets them control the smart house. That remote's only available to people like Natalie, and she gives one to Kevin too. And of course, this is all leading up to the big Christmas party for Natalie, inviting over the royals. A lot of more antics happen. They keep pinning the blame on Kevin. Kevin tries convincing that they're actually burglars, and he realizes somebody might be working from the inside. He suspects it might be the butler. Who knows? It could be, not going to spoil. But man, dude, the fact that this is supposed to be a sequel, bruh. I initially gave this movie a 5 out of 10, but I'm going to bump it down to a 4 out of 10 because it's a sequel. Because they basically wrote themselves into a corner making it a sequel. If it was a reboot, this is not a good movie. I'd say it's kind of a bad movie, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But the fact that it's a sequel just makes the writing a lot more lazier, and I have to bump it down to a 4 out of 10. First of all, in terms of the characters, Kevin McAllister, nowhere near as charming as obviously Macaulay Culkin, goes without a doubt. Macaulay Culkin's one of the best kids actors out there. This dude can't compare to that. Way too cartoony. Nah, I'm not talking about the way he looks. I'm talking about just the way he acts. You have Marv and Vera here. Again, I spoke about Marv and Vera. Vera's like a fake Harley Quinn thing going on. Marv is just too many things wrong with Marv. So they're not good villains. The actual traps and pranks throughout this movie are just mid. Not really much happens. There is one brutal one involving, let's just say, a grappling hook and somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. That was brutal. That was effed up. But the rest of the movie is just all boring pranks, your typical old stuff. Again, a lot of it involves the smart house because it's a smart house, so the smart house can do its own things that doesn't really make any sense. So there's not really creativity involving Kevin making smart traps. They're all sort of basic, and everything else is according to the house. In terms of making you resonate with Kevin's family sucks, dude. Like, the kids basically bully Kevin. They slam trash can lids on his fingers. They hurt him. They trip him. They dogpile him. And the mom doesn't care. Even when he's away with his dad and Natalie, the mom is setting up the Christmas tree with her, older son and older daughter. And they're like, oh yeah, you remember when Kevin's with us? He usually decorates the tree. And then I give him a wedgie. And the mom's like, yeah. And then we all laugh. You laugh at your son getting humiliated and tortured by your own kids, bro. What the hell is wrong with you, bro? L mom, bro. L mom. And she's down bad to get back with the father the whole time. Meanwhile, the father out here with the sugar mama, he's chill. He's a Chad, bro. He got a sugar mama. He's spoiled in luxury. He got himself a baddie. And then meanwhile, the mom at home is still fiending for him, trying to, give him some. He got the best of both worlds, bro. The winner in this movie is the dad. The dad is out here winning, bro. The kids, the other two kids they're trash. I can't stand them. And then there's like a really forced moral towards the end of the movie where like they're trying to make families unite and stuff. Considering that the first movie I'd give like a 9.5 out of 10. Second movie is my favorite. I give it a 10 out of 10. This movie I'd give a 4 out of 10 just for that. And if you watch this movie on YouTube where it is free with ads, you'll see some of the comments down below. Some people agree with shitting on it, and then there are some people with some delusional ideas of score. I mean, I think this dude said that this. I have to go check, but I think this dude said that this movie is better than the first one, and it's got 20 likes, yo. 20 of y'all need therapy, bro. 20 of y'all need genuine medical help, therapeutic help. Y'all need God, bro. go to the church, bro. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, man, this movie's bad. It's trash. Not the worst thing. On its own, if it was a standalone, it would have just been like, you know, a kind of bad movie. But the fact that they're trying to make this to play it off with that type of story, nah, it's bad. But what's unfortunate is that there's 2 movies after this, which I may cover as well. And I hope it doesn't get worse from here. That's all I can say. That's all I got for today. It is your boy, the Movie Lander. My main channel is called The Horror Lander. You can go check it out on my channel. It's linked on my homepage. Go watch that. I cover all different types of horror movies, books, comics. On this channel, I'm going to be covering movie reviews, maybe even TV show stuff, but mostly going to be movies of all kind. I'm not going to be limited to just one. So yeah, I won't just be doing horror, but I can do science fiction here, animation movies, comedy movies, family movies, primetime movies, decom movies, action movies. No romance, no romance. But down in the comments below, the way you can support me is first by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, comment down below. What are your thoughts about this movie? What are some other movies you want me to check out? No romance movies. Don't say Tusk. Don't say the Serbian film, bruh. You can get blocked. Okay, nothing like that. But let me know what type of movies you want me to check out. Or also just comment something nice. And share this video with friends and family if you enjoy. That's all I got for today. Whatever. I can't really vouch for it too much, but it's not horrible. That's all I got for today. Deuces.
Arrivederci.